Well, have you ever started a diet plan with your friend and your friend lost weight and you didn't, or vice versa? Well, what was going on? You were both following the plan, both being held accountable, but you had very different results. Well, let me tell you where the magic is. The magic's in your genes. So we can perform a simple DNA swab of your mouth and get a 40-page report that's all about you. Well, is that all there is to it? Well, that's most of it. However, there are a few other small steps, simple, that we follow, and we can guarantee successful, optimal weight loss for life. It's all about determining how you're built and what we can do to make sure that we're following your DNA. It's almost like a blueprint. And if we follow the blueprint and plan accordingly, weight loss becomes a very easy endeavor. Very easy endeavor. So, along with our DNA report, we're going to focus on the other 6 very important parts. So there's the DNA and then the 6 interconnected parts of the wheel that are very, very important to optimal weight loss. So we have the thyroid. We'll talk about that tonight. When we balance the thyroid, we absolutely sort of ensure another component, serious component of the weight loss. There is also leaky gut, blood sugar, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, hormones, whether it be andropause or menopause, whether it be testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, or all of them. When we get all of these 7 pieces intact, it's like a blueprint for skinny success or optimal weight loss. So first, we obtain your DNA swab. We get that report that's all about you. Well, what would that report tell us? It's going to tell us the macronutrients that you're built for in order for you to lose weight. So client A may be built for high fat, moderate protein, low carbs. Client B may be built for low protein, high carbs, moderate fat. And then client C may be built for high protein, low fat, and moderate carbs. And there are several other different body types. But until we know your genetic makeup, we don't know which direction or which highway to send you. It always, and it most exclusively tells us also about your muscle build. Are you fast twitch, slow twitch, or 50-50? That tells us how to develop an exercise plan so that you can exercise most efficiently and burn the most fat the best. Last but not least, it shows us the 7 mutations in the brain, whether you've got a sugar habit or a sugar mutation and how to block that. Whether you're having excess cravings or a habit to indulging in your comfort foods. And if it's a habit, easy to break. If it's a mutation like an MTHFR mutation or a leptin mutation, we would recommend some different supplements to sort of block those mutations. So that's about that DNA beautiful report. Last but not least, tonight, the first part of the interconnected wheel we're going to go into is about the thyroid and how the thyroid affects not only metabolism, but weight gain. So, hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Burkenstock. I come and speak to you guys every couple of weeks, and we talk about wonderful things such as weight loss, anti-aging, good health, and what we can do for hair restoration, beauty, Botox and filler demonstrations, hair restoration, and the like. For the next 7 webinars, we're going to be focusing on weight loss. And no, this isn't about pills and injections and so on and so forth, although those are all available. What we focus on is healthy weight loss through determining how you're built, your custom DNA profile, and then looking at the 7 parts of the wheel that are interconnected for weight loss, successful, skinny success, optimal weight for life. This isn't a yo-yo diet plan. So it's composed of course, our DNA report that's custom developed for you, your thyroid, your blood sugar, your hormones, your vitamin and mineral deficiencies. And of course, food allergies. Food allergies are a biggie. So if you have a food allergy where it closes your throat, you certainly know about that by adulthood. But did you know there are many food allergies that aggravate us and cause bloating and cortisol and weight gain through the whole free fatty acid cycle when you didn't even pick up that piece of cheesecake? So tonight, let's focus on Mr. Thyroid. What are some of the symptoms of thyroid? And have you ever been told it's not your thyroid? Well, you know what, guys? Maybe it is. Because there's such things as a sluggish thyroid or subclinical thyroid. And if you've got that aggravating you, it's going to impede the weight cycle. It's going to slow down your basic metabolic rate, slow down your metabolism, slow down digestion, leading to unwanted calories being absorbed, leading to depression, anxiety, or just plain old moodiness, leading to bloating, edema, fluid retention in the face and the body and on the scale. It can also lead to decreased libido or sexual desire in both men and women, infertility, and horrible periods, just to name a few. It can have joint pains, muscle aches, weight gain, and slow heart rate. So if you've got a slower heart rate and you're a big-time marathon runner, or you're out there exercising 1 to 2 hours a day every day, that might be a reason for a slow heart rate. If you don't have those things going on, your thyroid needs to be checked. If you're constipated, fatigued, or have foggy brain, memory loss, cognition difficulties, 2 times 3, 2 times 3, 6. I had a client just today that was telling me, Dr. Burkenstock, what is wrong? I just started this new domino game league, and all of my friends, at first they were teasing me, and now on our 4th time getting together to learn this new game, they're rather concerned because I just can't remember the game. It could very well be her thyroid. So ask your doctor to check your thyroid levels, not only your TSH, but your free T3, T4, and thyroid antibodies. And if they're slightly sluggish, it would be great if they would prescribe for you just a little bit of thyroid support in the form of levothyroxine, levothyronine, also known as Synthroid, Unithroid, and Cytomel. Even though we're supporting the thyroid with a prescription, and you guys know I always try to solve things with herbs, vitamins, minerals, and foods, if those don't solve the problem, add a little bit of that thyroid hormone. The body doesn't know the difference whether you're making the thyroid hormone or whether you're taking the thyroid hormone. Each way, that little bow tie gland that lives in the neck, that absolutely orchestrates so many things around the body, is going to get fed, and he's going to go around the body and do the proper things. For example, well, what does he do? The thyroid gland tells the liver how much cholesterol to absorb and to make and how much to throw away in the toilet. We'd like that message to be crystal clear. Hey, cholesterol goes in the toilet. Certainly don't want it around our heart or around our organs. The thyroid also tells the brain what neurotransmitters to make. And we would like that thyroid to give a strong message. Let's make happy hormone. Let's make serotonin, 5-HTP, melatonin. Let's make the good things so that we're not moody, sluggish, fatigued, depressed, or full of anxiety. The thyroid also tells the female organs when to release an egg for the important messages for fertility. So if you're having problems with fertility, please, by all means, before you spend a lot of money on infertility programs, check your thyroid hormone levels. Check your hormone levels, your progesterone, testosterone, and estrogen. The thyroid also tells the heart when and how to beat, the rate and the beat of the heart. So if you got a slow, sluggish thyroid, that can actually lead to congestive heart failure and or bradycardia. Check the thyroid hormones. Very, very simple blood test. When you get those thyroids in a line, TSH at a 1.0, free T3 at a 3.8 to a 4.2. That thyroid's cooking with steam and sending messages to all the organs to do the right thing. He's the little tiny guy that's the orchestrator of this ship we call the human body. So let's talk about a few foods that are great for the thyroid and not so great for the thyroid. So peaches. I love peaches. They're so good for us. In this one instances, peaches are not the best fruit for the thyroid. It can actually block some of the function of the thyroid. Oranges and apples. Oranges and apples, excellent. Citrus fruits and fruits like apples that are full of vitamin A are absolutely excellent for the thyroid gland. They support it, they feed it, and they ask it to work more efficiently. Fatty, oily foods with the good oils. So your tuna and your sardines. We're back to tuna and sardines again. Also full of magnesium. We talk about those guys often. Very, very good for the thyroid gland. Brown rice. So your rice. Your sweet potatoes. Always go for the sweet potato. It's one of those starches that will feed the thyroid gland but will not injure the thyroid gland. You don't want the white food. So no white bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, and sugar because they will actually aggravate and break down the gland. Oh, and while I'm on it, I love sushi. I think most of us do. However, edamame, soybeans, and soy sauce are not good for the thyroid gland. They actually can block the operations of the thyroid gland and cause impetus or problems for it. So what we suggest instead, use some Liam Perrins. And yes, you can bring it with you to the sushi restaurant. Tastes very similar to soy sauce. Doesn't have, the Liam Perrins brand does not have high fructose corn syrup, although most of the other ones do, and is tasty and can be a complement to your sushi without using soy. Soy not only blocks the thyroid gland, it actually aggravates our estrogen, testosterone within the body, and it's not good for men or for women. So legumes, the thyroid loves legumes, so maybe some lentils, lima beans, or red beans. Very, very good for the thyroid. In addition to that, eggs. The incredible edible egg, full of vitamin A and calcium and other things that feed the thyroid gland. So what are we looking for in terms of foods and or supplements to feed the thyroid gland? We are looking for zinc, selenium, calcium, iodine, but again, no soy. In terms of fruits, love the apples, love the citruses such as the limes, the lemons, and the oranges. Please look at our links below, like and share to be entered into our weekly contest. We would love to send you our Thyroid Enhance. Our Thyroid Enhance will be on Buy One, Get One BOGO for the next month. Our Thyroid Enhance, it's called Thyroid Revive, it's got the selenium, it's got the magnesium, it's got the manganese, it's got the zinc. It's also got a little bit of the foreskin extract, which is absolutely excellent for thyroid health. It's a very, very balanced nutritional support directly for the thyroid gland. And it may lessen the need for some of the thyroid hormone. It can actually help straighten out and balance a sluggish thyroid. So our Thyroid Revive is on BOGO, 2 for 1 for the next month. Our shop is skinbodyhealth.com, and you can find it in the links below. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Facebook business page. If you missed any of our previous webinars and you might be interested in looking at some of our other anti-aging tips, you can visit our YouTube channel, Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. If you're needing a jump start, whether your weight gain is due to thyroid, eating your wrong macronutrients percentages because you don't know your DNA profile yet, you may want to try our Jump Start Juice. Our Jump Start Juice is a proprietary blend. It has no caffeine, no stimulants whatsoever. What it does have is 4 times the amount of vitamins and minerals that you would need in any given day. Totally supportive of the thyroid. It's got some svelte grape, some cayenne pepper. You can't taste it, but it absolutely helps burn fat and melt fat. And you can lose up to 10 pounds in 3 days. It's excellent. It's been on TV. It's our Jumpstart Juice. Our prized possession, flagship product. Can be found on our website and store.skinbodyhealth.com. That's store.skinbodyhealth.com. Let's talk a little bit more about the thyroid. There are a few medicines, and not many, that we would want to be careful of in terms of their effect on the thyroid gland. Always talk to your physician because they may be necessary, but talk to your physician because if you do need to take one of these medications for a condition, a heart condition or other that you may have, then they may want to also check your thyroid levels and maybe give you some thyroid hormone to support what the medication may be causing you a little trouble or sluggish thyroid with. And what that would be lithium, or amiodarone for the heart, some of your cancer medications that must be given, and of course if they got to do some radiation to the head and neck. Always check, very simple to check those thyroid levels in the blood work when we support by giving our thyroid back some hormone, whether it's T3, T4, or in most cases I use a combination, levothyroxine and levothyronine combination in the morning, then it can offset some of these untoward effects that maybe radiation or our cancer medications or amiodarone or lithium may be causing. We always have to consider the risk versus the benefits, and usually if we're on these medications, they're for a very necessary reason. So what we would do in that case is support ourselves with good foods that's going to support the thyroid, like apples and oranges, and fishy foods like mackerel and tuna, of course fresh fish as well, a little bit of virgin olive oil, and perhaps a fish oil supplement at night. Eggs, lentils, and beans, excellent for the thyroid gland. We're going to remember to avoid soy. The thyroid gland does not like soy, edamame beans, or soy products. So that's just a little bit about the thyroid today. Don't forget your Brazil nuts. Those are one of those famous nuts, and sunflower seeds that the thyroid gland really loves. Eat a couple every day. They're very full of things like selenium, zinc, manganese, magnesium, which is what the thyroid loves and supports the thyroid so well. So, we're talking about weight loss, optimal weight loss for life. We're talking about the 7 easy steps for the multi-step approach to skinny success. Number 1 is going to always be, first and foremost, let us get a swab of your DNA to figure out what macronutrient program you should be on. 30% protein, 40% protein, 25% protein, whatever is custom to you. How much fats? 30, 40, 20%. I'm a 30% fat. I was very high fat. That's what my macronutrients want in my DNA, and I didn't know that for a long time. Carbs. Are you supposed to be at 65% ingestion, 50%, 45, 40? We won't know until we swab you. Also, we will check your thyroid. We love to serve people. We are licensed in Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. And we come to those states in person. Otherwise, we can do telemedicine naturally, and we're happy to help you if we can. I'm Dr. Burkenstock, Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. As always, it's a pleasure to talk with you.